What's up, sports bettors? Bookmakers have started to release player prop odds for today. So what I'm going to be taking you through is my three favorite player prop bets. So three player prop bets with value. And as always, we're going to be looking for positive EV plays. Where do we have a mathematical edge? Where are we getting value in the odds, right? Because that's what matters as a sports bettor. We're always looking for bets where we have the mathematical edge over the sports book. So let's go ahead, let's get into it. I have three really good props that I'm going to share with you. So the first bet I have is in the Phillies Mets game. So I'm on Zach Wheeler under 5.5 Ks, right? So if you're new to sports betting, I highly recommend you keep this recommended filters on OddsJam. But essentially all that OddsJam is doing is, right, constantly scanning the markets on FanDuel, on all sportsbooks, and comparing the prices on different bookmakers to one another to try to find line discrepancies and show you value. So for example, what we can see here is there's a 7.82% profit margin on Wheeler under 5.5 Ks, right? That's the bet in bold with a circle around it. So if we take a look at the lines, it should be pretty clear that FanDuel is giving you a ridiculous price on under 5.5 Ks for Wheeler, right? No other sportsbook is giving us odds better than minus 150. Caesars is pricing this at minus 155. DraftKings is pricing this at minus 150. So we're getting 42 cents of improvement from basically every single sportsbook and 47 cents of improvement from Caesars. So the way that sportsbooks work is, if we actually just go to a no-vig calculator, is sportsbooks make money, right, by juicing their markets. They charge the vig, they charge the juice. So what we can essentially do is take the market from a sportsbook and remove the juice to figure out the true price for a bet. So for example, if we put in the odds on Pinnacle, they're giving you minus 150 on the under, so we're getting insane value, 42 cents of improvement from the sharpest sportsbook on Zach Wheeler under 5.5 Ks. 42 cents of improvement. So this should scream to you, this bet's insanely good. But regardless, if we put in the market on Pinnacle, what you'll see is once you remove the juice from their market, the true odds are minus 127, which is exactly what you see on OddsJam, right? OddsJam is a product based solely in real-time data. There's no fluff, there's no BS. All it's doing is taking real-time odds from all the sportsbooks in the market and then showing you profitable bets based on where other bookmakers are setting their odds. So when every sportsbook is pricing something at minus 150 and you can grab it minus 108, that's clearly a pretty good indication that this is a sharp bet you want to be on. So the true price from Pinnacle is minus 127 once you remove the juice from the market. So essentially Pinnacle's model, the model on the sharpest bookmaker, is pricing the under at minus 127 true price, and then they vig their market to minus 150, right? They add juice to their market or a spread to their market, which is how sportsbooks make money. So we're getting a lot of improvement, right? We're getting better odds than the no vig odds, which is also just known as the true odds or the fair odds for a bet. So that's always what you're looking for as a sports bettor, right? You're always looking for value to the no vig line, the no vig odds. So this is the first bet I locked in, and you can, again, just a sanity check. Because all sportsbooks have different odds, you can compare lines to one another. And just looking at this market, OddsJam, just constantly updating MLB odds in real time, it's pretty clear that this minus 108 is ridiculous value. You're getting the return of the stock market, and this game's at 10:40 in like 12 hours. That's a ridiculous value bet. So this is the first play I locked in. Then if we go to the second play, Chris Bassett under 5.5 Ks. So this is in the Mets-Phillies game as well. So we're taking the unders under 5.5 Ks for both starting pitchers. And once again, when sportsbooks released prop odds, you can see FanDuel is slipping up. They're giving you an insane price on Chris Bassett under 5.5 Ks. Once again, a pretty high profit margin. Only book giving you plus money. No other sportsbook's giving us better than minus 105 on this play, and we're getting this MLB prop at plus 124 on FanDuel. So that screams out to me as a sharp bettor that, hey, I'm getting ridiculous value. This is a prop bet I want to be on. So I locked it in as well. And then the final play is we have Drew over 4.5 Ks. Plus 146 on FanDuel. No other sportsbook giving us better than plus 116. Slightly lower profit margin, but still a very profitable, sharp bet that you can be on for tomorrow. So I locked it in. So what we can do is we can head over to FanDuel and I'll show you all my bets. Now what I will note is, especially if you're positive EV betting and you're beating FanDuel in the long run, they may cut your bet sizes on some of these prop bets to like $100. Just when you're placing very sharp prop bets, doesn't matter if you're using another tool, if you're using OddsJam, if you're making money sports betting, these bookmakers, they're not going to give you $10,000 betting limits. That's not how sports betting works. So I got, $50 on Zach Wheeler under 5.5 Ks, $39.70 on Chris Bassett, and then $34.20 on Drew 5+ Ks. So my bet sizes are all roughly $50. So if we take our edges from OddsJam, our profit margin from OddsJam, 7.82%, 7.71%, and then we take our stake, what FanDuel allowed me to bet, 50, 39.70, 34.20, we can see, the profit margin in dollars for my 3 bets combined is $9.15. So your goal as a sports bettor, regardless of if you ever experience a betting limit, is really just place as many sharp, profitable bets from OddsJam as you can with an edge. Not every bet's going to win. Not every bet, you're not going to win every single day. But when you're placing bets where you have the edge over the sports book, you're going to make money in the long run. You're essentially like forming your own hedge fund of mathematically profitable bets. Zach Wheeler under 5.5 Ks at minus 108 odds. It may not hit, but just looking at the odds on other sports books, it's very clear that this is a ridiculous value prop bet that you want to be on for tomorrow. So here are the 3 bets I locked in. Total profit margin $9.15. Hopefully you're able to tail some of these bets and let's make money.